Hey, hello everyone. Thank you very much for the feedback on the video last week, Circle of Influence. Circle of Influence came from a book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Because of the feedback and the questions and the great conversation that came out of that, I wanted to do a series on those 7 habits. So the first habit that he talks about is to be proactive. So to be proactive as humans, we are responsible for our own lives. And responsibility means that we have the ability to choose our own response. Proactive people don't blame the conditions or their conditioning. Reactive people are affected by the weather. So if it's raining outside, they may be down that day or short-tempered. Proactive people carry their own weather. They increase the mood in the room instead of bringing it down. You know, as Gandhi said, let's be the change that you want to see in the world. I also want to talk about language today. So verbiage is very strong. It is very important. Little things like instead of saying there's nothing I can do, say let's look at the alternatives. Or instead of saying I must do something, say I prefer to do something. Instead of saying I have to do that, I choose to do that. I got to see Zig Ziglar's daughter Julie speak a couple years ago, and she spoke on this. She said in their house they were not allowed to have alarm clocks. They had opportunity clocks because every time it went off, that it was an opportunity to do something different. And as silly as they thought that was as a kid, it really started to make sense that, hey, verbiage does matter. There is a difference in an opportunity clock and an alarm clock. Also, we talked about circle of influence. So there are things that we can control, and that's where we need to put our energy to improve those, to make those better. Then we have a circle of concern. Those are the things that we cannot control. So a proactive focus and positive energy actually enlarges your circle of influence, and then a reactive focus and negative energy actually reduces the size of that. All of our problems fall into 3 areas. So you have direct, indirect, and no control. Direct problems are solved by working on our habits. They are in our influence. We can control those. Indirect, we will learn more about those in future habits. And then no control, that is our circle of concern, and that's where we need to choose to smile and genuinely be at peace about these problems. And there's a very popular prayer out there that also goes along with this topic, and it is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I encourage you all to pick out a problem. It can be at work, it can be in your personal lives, and then figure out, is it direct, indirect, or no control? And then identify that first step, and then be proactive in taking that first step to improving that problem. I appreciate you all. As always, I ask for feedback on these videos. Feel free to inbox me or give me a call and let's discuss. Have a great week.